What's up, y'all? It's Whiskey Joe. Cycle 10 is finished, and we are just 2 cycles away from completing the program. Let's talk about it. Cycle 10 was mostly about broadcast audio. In week 1, Monday through Wednesday, we started in the mobile broadcast unit talking about the different job roles there are in broadcast, such as an A1 who mixes the show and an A2 who sets up the mics, among many other things, along with all the other roles involved in order to make a talk show or football game happen audio-wise. We also talked about the technical side, like what IFBs and party lines are, and later we were introduced to the signal flow of the broadcast room and some of the gear that's involved. Thursday, we had a band clinic in Studio A tracking drums, bass, electric, and acoustic guitars and vocals. In the morning on Friday, I went in for the M32 certification class where we got some hands-on time learning some extra info on the M32 and went over the assignment we had to complete in order to obtain the cert. To get the cert, you had to create a scene according to specific parameters outlined in a document that was given to us. It was a cool exercise and I was able to get mine approved pretty quick, so that's another cert down and just one more until I get diamond status here at CRAS. Friday, we had a class on wireless talking about radio waves versus sound waves, in-ear monitor systems, and RF systems. It was a basic overview of topics with not a lot of immediately applicable knowledge, but it was still cool to see. In week 2, Monday through Wednesday, we were in the broadcast studio going over what's in a tech book, which is a document created by the technical manager that contains the audio requirements for a show, such as what mics are used, who the staff is, cameras that are needed, etc. We also went through the Studio Vista software, which is very fast and easy to work with since a lot of things in broadcast have to be done quickly and efficiently. We also went over IFB and talkback configurations, as well as gain structure and FCC regulations, and also some tools that are useful and often necessary when you are working as an A2. Thursday, we had a mix clinic in Studio A using the SSL 4000 along with outboard gear to work on a mix of a song our instructor had recorded to tape at the famous Blackbird Studios in Nashville. Friday, there was a little bit of pressure put on us. We had a live sound band clinic where we got to see who put in the work after hours, making sure our scene was configured correctly on the M32. Then we set up mics for a 4-piece band and mixed it live. We also got to hear each of our mixes through the big PA, which was pretty cool. Week 3, Monday and Tuesday, we had a 2-hour class where we first did pre-production for a live broadcast show the first day, then put on the broadcast show the second day. Like I said, broadcast is a pretty fast-paced environment. Everyone has to be ready when the show starts. It's not like live sound where you can delay a set by 5 or 10 plus minutes and it'd be fine. When it's go time, it's go time. And then Wednesday, we took our final exam to end our time learning broadcast. There is a proficiency you can take for broadcast, but it is optional. And since I really don't see myself in that field, although yes, it is possible, I think I'm going to opt out since I'm primarily working on the Logic cert at this point in time. Thursday, we had another mix clinic for the first 3 hours, continuing our work from week 2's session, working on the same song. And if I'm being critical though, I understand the principle and goal of these mix classes, but a lot of times there ends up being too many cooks in the kitchen. And so when one group makes some changes at the board, sometimes the next group will change everything you just did and sometimes make it sound better or sometimes make it sound completely worse. So I think there could be a better way to go about these types of classes. I understand it's a learning experience for all of us, but either way, I'll digress by saying it is still a cool learning experience to get tips and tricks from our reputable instructors, which is something we wouldn't often have out in the field freelancing. And Friday, we had our first theater class since that's what Cycle 11's focus is, so we went over some of the history of theater along with some of the roles and audio jobs in that career field. And that's pretty much it to wrap up Cycle 10. Only 2 more cycles to go and then we're off to Cali for internship. As always, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you at the end of Cycle 11.